Hello. This is the review of Assignment 8 on the WPF path.
So we're going to add a window to our application. So starting here in the designer, let's go to the service tab. And you see we've added our service notes button here. And you can see that in the XAML file here. So we've added that button to the dock panel. And then the event procedure for that button is here. And you simply create a new window object after having added it to your project and then call show. The service notes window itself looks like this in the designer. Not much there other than the menu until we run it. A dock panel that has the menu in it, and then from there it's just a matter of putting in menu items. And the simplicity of menu item, if you want menu items inside of your menu items on the window, you simply literally put them inside of your menu items, as you see here. So we've got our separator and then our exit. The other part of this window is a stack panel that is inside of a scroll viewer, so that if the number of service notes grows to be on the viewable area, the user can scroll up and down. So it'll be this stack panel that actually gets the service notes placed into them, which is to say the text boxes. All right, let's take a look at the code behind for that. So with new, we create a service note, which as you see here is to create a service note and set accepts return to true so that you can have multiple lines. And then you simply add that service note to the children collection of the stack panel that's in the service note window. Open creates a service note and uses open file dialog to read text into it. So we simply read all the text that's opened as a result of the human user manipulating the open file dialog box. And save does a similar thing in the opposite direction. We start by assuming that no service note has focus, and then we iterate through all of the children of the stack panel. And if one of those has focus, then we'll change the value of no service note has focus to false, because of course we found one. We open the save file dialog, and if that comes back with a result of true, then we write all of the text from that text box into the file. By the way, notice that I'm comparing the result of SaveDialog.ShowDialog explicitly against the Boolean true, because showDialog returns a nullable type, which ends up meaning that an explicit comparison against true is required in this case. And finally, if in fact we didn't find a service note with focus, then we will put out a message box to that effect. The optional part of the exercise, which does the regex search for file names, is in the File Names Click event procedure. So again, for each of the children in the stack panel as text boxes, take all their text and append it to a string builder, and then search through that text using your regex object and the matches method. If you find something, put it in result, and finally message box that result out to show what file names you found. Running this application, we go to the Service tab, we unlock it, we click on Service Notes, that brings up the new window, and there are my menu items. So I can create new, and that just creates a new text box, like so, and because this text box accepts return, we can put multiple lines. If I want to open a file, I can open those files. If I want to search for a file, it's simply a matter of File, Open, and then file names allows me to search for anything that looks vaguely like a file name. Save would allow me to save a file from a text box, but remember that we have to have a text box in focus. So I'll place the insertion point inside of that text box and then click Save. And that would allow me to save the file wherever I might like.
That's the review of Assignment 8 on the WPF path. Thank you for watching.